Hello, my crones. Happy midday. You know, I've been thinking about a lot of things that's going on this week, and I've had a lot of things that run through my mind. And just when I think I'm done, I'm not going to talk about Will, I'm not going to talk about Jada, I'm not going to talk about Chris Rock, I'm not going to talk about Kanye West, I'm not going to talk about Wendy Williams, I'm certainly not going to talk about Kim Kardashian. I'm just saying, excuse me, I'm never wanting to talk about all this. However, these people stay front and center all the time now. Now the hot button is, for me, is how we are so divided over this Will and Chris thing. It really behooves me that we are actually divided, that we actually have comedians crawling out of the woodworks. But where are they with Black Lives Matter? Where are their big mouths when we really need them to stand up? But on this, a sissy slap, a slap that says you was off script, out of line. I thought it meant this because I still believe it's the act of Illuminati. Especially now when somebody brought it to my attention that it's just like Macbeth's curse and other things I've heard. And I don't believe in coincidences. So, you know, for me, hey, he said it. It happened. I don't think it's anything to weigh in on. We're divided over this. It saddens me that my own people, we don't even know how to forgive. This is the first time the man has ever done anything. He's been an upright citizen. This has nothing to do with whether, you for Will Smith. And for the record, yes, I'm for Will Smith. But I'm for Chris Rock too. Oh, my people, if you understood that some things that are happening, they are spiritually discerned. This is a spiritual warfare for something greater. Remember? Out of chaos. This is chaos within chaos within chaos. In other words, this chaos, nobody expect that one to come. And instead of us blaming, we need to sit back and go, okay, what's up? Because trust me, Will Smith and Jada, they are so comfortable. They done made it. They are the elite of Hollywood. They can walk away. He doesn't have to make another movie a day in his life. He's set for generations. And this is the only thing I have to say about Jada. I think in her hurt, I think she shared a lot on Red Table. I just want to take a moment because I really want to get something across. And I've been thinking about it and thinking about her and thinking about her and thinking about her. I see how she is being mauled through the media. Mauled. She is being ripped apart. And you know by who? By us, her people. It saddens me. What did she do to deserve this? She didn't get up, she didn't move, she whined. She's a wife. Married to a top celebrity. I don't want to make no excuses for anyone. But what I do want to say, she's worthy to be forgiven for whatever you charge her with. When she said things about August and other things, you know what I come to realize after listening to other people and other commentaries? I think we misjudge her. And I think that she's just a lost puppy trying to find her way home like everybody else. She comes on Table Talk and she just put out there what she think is good TV and what's going to heal her soul or heal you. I understand that because when I sit in front of this camera in my own room, in my alternate universe, where I can really be me, I can really be me. And I think that shows she's being herself. And instead of us embracing her and saying, wow, we learn a lot. She teach us what to do, what not to do. And everything that she says may not always be right. Maybe she haven't dotted every T or crossed every line. But the one thing she has perfected is she lets us know I am not perfect. Although I appear to be so suave and sophisticated, she says my mother was a junkie. Come on, people. I think when you're in those echelons and you're making that kind of money and you in that place, there is a special decorum. There is a way you have to act. There is a way you have to speak. And when you do it so long, it just become a part of who you are. And that old way you used to die. I remember Oprah. Oprah always sound like Oprah, but Oprah language has increased. It's gotten so boisterous and so strong. Oprah wasn't always like that. She grew into that. She grew into that voice that we hear now. Gail, I see Gail growing into hers. They make mistakes. I'm curious to see what the ultimate end is going to be for Jada in 10 years, 15 years. When she's 60. All I'm saying, let's not dismiss her. She brings so much enlightenment to the table, my God. She makes me question me. She makes me look at things another way. And as long as I'm trying to pull that beam out of her eye, I ain't never going to see the big old beam that's in my own. Look, I don't want to lecture anybody. I don't really have a lot of followers. I long to have a lot of followers. But I want followers that's going to dig me, that's going to ride with me. I want followers that like that I do different things. I want followers that like the stories I tell when I knack romance. Imagine what she want that too. But we don't want to beat her up. She's our sister. And the one thing you could say about the Smiths, Will and Jada, I'm going to speak it whether you like it or not. Will or Jada, they have never, ever, from the very beginning, came off to me like they want to be white folk. Will always played like a goofy kid that was like, my parents don't understand. He always used to play that, but he always owned his blackness. That's why he is so loved. And Will and Jada movies, she always held her blackness. And so many of them, especially like the color of Will and Jada, they could just go on and not acknowledge us. They're not forced. They just want to be loved by us. Let us love on her. Let us stop beating her up, finding fault as if we don't make mistakes. I can't imagine living in front of the light and everything you do is scrutinized. If there's anything that I fear about being famous, that would be the thing. Being afraid that somebody will go back 10 tapes, 20, 100 tapes I made and found something I said 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 5 years ago. When at the time, that's where I was, but I grew from that. Oh, my people, 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 people. I'm going to be honest, and you may not like what I say. But like I said, I can change my mind tomorrow. And the reason why I'm saying it, because I'm a woman. And everybody knows that a woman can play the fickle card. So I'm playing fickle right now. Sometimes I get so upset with my people, I just feel like, what the fuck? Why bother? We are so hateful. We are so unforgiving. We judge so harshly. We judge as if we were slave owners. We judge so I could just cry. We don't have no mercy. We dog each other out like pigs. And then we have the nerve, that if we call one another a nigger, we happen to get offended. But we treat one another like shit. We have to learn to love each other. That's why I share to you, there will be a Messiah that is going to rise up out of all of this chaos. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe not next week. There will be someone, we need someone to come in and rise up out of all of this and turn our hearts so we can learn to love again. We need a black Messiah, and one is rising up or been born. This is a joke, but because this was so special, I have to include it. Wouldn't it be funny if it was Kylie's baby? Hey, you don't know what they doing. Anytime Will Smith hit Chris Rock, it's time to stop back and go, what the heck is this? It's a message in it. Now, with that being said, and me ranting about Jada, I pulled the card, and the card was an Ace of Wands. And I was saying to myself, why would Jada have an Ace of Wands? Hey, and with the butterfly, which means metamorphosis. What do you mean? Because remember, the butterfly, it's just nothing but a cocoon. And then the cocoon turns into a caterpillar. And then the caterpillar turns into the butterfly. So this is so powerful. And I was like, out of all cards, why? And I was shuffling because I really wanted to get a good read to figure out which pile that I want to get something on her. And it said that. And after I got this card, I was like, do I need to read any more? But you know what this card let me know? In spite of everything she has going on, she has determined in her mind, you're not going to break her. I don't know, if I could get up out my seat, I would do a dance on that. Let me say that again. I was troubled by this card. I was like, why would this show up? Because I was really shuffling all the cards, trying to figure out, before I give a read, I wanted to go and get a pulse. Like a pre-read. And when this showed up, I was like, oh my God, what is this? And they come out of my favorite deck, my witchery deck, so you know, you can't tell me when I pick from this deck. When I pick from this deck, this is law. When I use this deck, it is what it is. When I use this deck, I'm going undercover. I want to know about some voodoo witchcraft stuff. You see, when I do this deck, it's kind of young, but you know. See, I got my decks. When I do this, I want to see more blood. I want to see guts. I want to see more what it's talking about. When I use this deck, means my fingers may be a little sore. I've been doing a lot. I need to slow it down. And you know about this deck. When I use this deck, that means I really need a backup to confirm what I said. But this deck is what I picked that card from. And this let me know, don't worry about me. I am stronger than what I appear to be. And when she said that, she said this to me also, spirit by spirit. She doesn't know that she said this to me, of course not. But you got to understand, there's probably thousands and altered universes of, this is a senior moment. What's her name? Jada. In one of those alternate universes, I had a conversation with her. And she told me, don't worry about me. She says, I'm a small woman. She says she always been small. She doesn't like the fact that she's small. She didn't get into whether she eat a lot or not. We didn't talk about that. But she said, and with her head like that, she felt like an alien. And so she also letting me know, not like an alien only, but she felt like an alien, like a elf. But she loved the dress and she loved what it did. She knew, they both knew they were going to get it. They just didn't know it was going to be as heavy as it was. She also let me know, she telling me again, I'm stronger than what you think I am. She said, this is the word. She said, I've been sporting this bald head for a while. She said, this is not the first time I had a bald head. So I asked her, I said, well, why is everyone thinking that this is the first time you had a bald head and they're making it out to be the bald head? She said, because this is the first time she ever really showed disdain for it. She said she'd been wearing that bald head because she'd been trying to deal with it. That's why she wore green. Everything was strategically done to really just deal with it for once and for all. Because at this point now she has a line. Because you definitely can see the line in her head now. You couldn't see that before. She was covered with a hat. But she said this was her opening. This was the way she was coming out. Most likely you'll probably see her wear a hat or something, but I think that she's saying she's going all the way bald. I don't think that she's going to work with growing her hair back anymore. I'm not saying that she won't. And it looks like to me, I hear also her saying that they're really about ready to retire. Will is getting all up in age. She's saying it's taking a toll on them. She says there's a lot of things that the media don't understand. Like the media don't understand that she had a lot to do with his Oscar this year. They are a power couple. They are just a couple of tomorrow. What do you mean? What they are doing for us, they are breaking boundaries. They are saying to you and to me and to our children, you don't have to live the old way no more. They're taking the hits and the knocks so we don't have to be afraid to venture out and try a new way to survive in your relationships. And if she is a narcissist, as many of you think that she could be, I don't see how she could be. She put too much of herself out there. A narcissist would never do that. Are you kidding me? That would make a narcissist? Oh no, that would make them too vulnerable. She's just a woman looking for help. And what a better place to go to your platform and cry out, here. I got all the money. I can see the best doctors in the world. But they're not going to be as real with me as you, the public, will be. Because you're going to give it to me straight. And if I want to gain backbone, all I got to do is just put myself out there. And there are 1 million of you that's ready to break my back and curse the day I was born. But there's 2 million of you that understand and support me. There's always the greater outshine the wicked. It always seemed that those with wicked hearts seem like they outweigh, but they don't. Those that see the good, those that can find a balance, those that's not ready to tear down, those that can understand, those that's not out to crucify. That's what they did to Jesus Christ. Crucify him. For what Jesus, they claimed, never did anything wrong. But to the contrary, Jesus did a lot of things wrong. First of all, Jesus also claimed himself equal to be God in flesh. That was heresy, blasphemy. That was death. So if you know your law and you know the word, yes, he wasn't crucified for nothing. He was crucified for equaling himself to be God. Equal. So know that. But this Will Smith, what has he done? He just equaled himself to me and said, look, I'm a black man and I come from a troubled black ground. I'm black and as cute and fine as I am, I come from a black man and a black mom. And I got raised in a black way, in a city way in Philadelphia. Got to understand this. Jada, look, I'm just a black woman. I grew up, my mother, beautiful though she was an addict. I grew up hustling. Woo, if I had tongues, I would speak in tongues right now. If I didn't think that I would judge, you would judge me and send me squealing somewhere. All I'm saying is, when I pulled this card and she spoke to me, pretty much was, I don't need you to feel sorry for me. I'm ready for this. And they don't have a problem with sitting down. She says it's what she wants. They want to do more behind the scenes anyway. She said, we want to go behind the scenes anyway. She said this was a stand of a lifetime. I'm going to leave that alone. But she said this was a stand of a lifetime. And I'm hearing in my spirit, she said this changed everything for them. She doesn't want to talk. They're still working through all of this too. They're still going through it too. So I'm just going to pull 3 cards because she said it's not necessary. She's saying, I'm good. She said, we got a lot going on over here mentally. She said they try to stay away from the bloggers. She said they get cards and they get more support than you could ever know. So she's saying, please don't worry about her. That's what she said to me when I saw and spoke with her in an altered universe. Be clear. Thank you. 3 cards. Jada, 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 baby. Jada Smith. Jada, what's going on, baby? Give me 3 cards that represent you right now, Jada. 3 that represent you. Where are you? The last time I picked you was with your husband. You was the Empress. Where are you, Jada? 7. Where are you, Jada? 7, what, you tired? She says they're tired. I hear they need a vacation. They're tired. She said tired. She overworked. She said this took a lot out of her. She says, I'm still queen. I'm strong. I'm sharp. She said, I hear what's going on. I know what's going on. She said, but I'm shutting down from it. That's why you only see her on a profile. In other words, you only see, she said, I'm listening, but I ain't looking at it. She says, it follows me. I know what's going on. I hear everything, but I ain't trying to follow it. So her ears are here, but she's looking here. They're not listening to it. She says she get a lot of positive from family and friends and from strangers. What else, Jada? Again, that ace. She said this has changed her, made her better, stronger. Are you going to do red table talk? Are you going to do red table talk? Ooh, that's up in the air. That's up in the air. Oh, that makes me almost want to cry. Oh my God, that's up in the air. Is that a mistake? Is that a mistake? Is that a mistake? Is it up in the air? They can't be. She said they overworked, tired, or maybe they may put it on the back burner. I don't know. But right now, it's like it's just stressful. They ain't even, she's trying not to think about that right now. She don't even know. That's up in the air. Oh my God. This is what the card said. Now I'm asking you, Jada, talk to me. What does that card mean? Please tell me. If it's a positive, give me a positive. If it's a negative, give me a negative. But please tell me what this card means. She's saying and telling you that I'm in my head right now. We're in our head. A lot went down. We're just up. It's nothing settled. It's just a lot of communication, just a lot going on. We overworked. We tired. She said this going on with the movie. This has been a year. This has been a year of working. She said we just need to decompress. We need to just figure out and go into our marriage, and we need to find love and communicate. When the energy is so strong and trying to rip us apart right now, we're just trying to find the gowns to stay together. Woo! Lord have mercy. Jada, please tell me. She says in the middle. No. Is that the middle? No. Is that the middle? Okay. Which one? This. See what I go through. See what I go through. The Hierophant. And a lot of times you look at the Hierophant and you go, what does that card mean? It's a spiritual card. It's like a high priest. It's like, you know, when you have problems and you go to the priest. It's like going to the priest, but the priest is like a judge. So it's like you're going to the priest, but you're going to the priest in a spiritual way. You're going spiritually. And you're going to the priest. And let's say the priest is within you. So you're visiting the priest within you versus going to a confessional and confessing to a priest. You follow me? Either way. But this is what this card means. And this card is a joyous card. Because this card again goes with this. The Hierophant. She's saying spiritually she's strong. She said she can look back at a lot of things that she shouldn't have said, was the wrong thing, but she was just learning. And she said a lot of stuff she's just still going to keep out there because it's in her learning. It's how she learned. And she's not, if she come back, she said she's still going to put herself out there because it has been a lifesaver for her and for those around her. When I look at her, it makes me think of my situation, and she gives and lets me always know you are not alone. And if you know me, you are not alone. I sing that to myself. I sang that to my dog when my dog died. When I be singing for the sick and shut in, and my heart feel heavy, I'll sing that. And she letting us know she is not alone. She is okay. Spiritually, she says spiritually, I am sound. She ain't going in about Jesus and all that stuff. She's just going in spiritually. Like this is what she have to lean on. This is her rock. That's the roses. This is what keeps her sound. It's having to go inwardly. And she's saying she like to fix things. Broken things. And she says, and now that she understands more and more, she still know that she needs fixing. And as I said, this is the conversation that I had with Jada in an alternate universe. No, you may ask her and she may not. She may say, no, we didn't. Yes, I did. She has been on me for days. Have anyone ever been on you? Have you been home and maybe your child, your son, your daughter, your mother just been on you until you call them? Or when you do, they'll say, I was thinking about you. I don't know her to get that response. So if she's on me, she's telling me, read on me. Say something about me. And I'm doing that. This is what I get. And again, I send Jada Smith my peace. All the peace that I can give her without harming me. That you can rise up from it. You've been through worse. And this here blip, the next big thing, and it's over. Hang in there. And that's my read for Jada. She was on my mind. Now, Jada, you can leave me alone now. Bye. If it's something that you want to say, you're going to have to tell me. So I'm going to tell you right now. Bye. I love you. I hope Real Table Talk come back. Up in the air. She's not sure right now. She's not sure. You see the swords. And what you see right now is like fight mode. And then you see a wand. So you see things that can cut and things that can hit. So you see things even here. Earth, she's holding something. So it let you know she ain't ready yet. She's decompressing. She's absorbing. She's eating. She's learning. Her and Will. Together, apart. But they cannot break up now. So with that being said again, woo, Jada, I'm just going to believe you are that butterfly. And now that I know that you are ultra sensitive, I know that you are sensitive in the spirit. And I know that your spiritual self is strong and courageous. And I dig the fact that you deal with your shadow self. And don't you dare let what these people say turn you away from doing good. And most of all, from you being you. You, Jada, you make the difference. And you know what? 50 years from now, they're going to be talking about you. That's for real. That's all I got to say. I thank you. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to do another quick reading. So, peace to my little munchkins. I hope you enjoyed it. This was one of my rants, but I had to say it. All right. Peace to you all, my little munchkins. Ciao.